You stomp around like a wounded guar. Do you want the enemy to eat us? Get down, you fool! Do you want the Bloodfiends to see us? Now hush! Hush! Adusa needs her ears right now. No, wait. Strike that. Let's talk. You can help, Adusa, yes? What kind of help? The helpful kind, of course. I meant to arrive before evil invaded this hamlet, find Constable Maldred, and provide what help I could. But this one was detained, and the constable is nowhere to be seen. Moira's hope is lost. Patience. Adusa will explain. The survivors, they are our priority. We move together to... No, too obvious. We move separately, draw less attention that way. Adusa noticed a few survivors headed toward the large barn in the distance. Meet me there. You go first, then Adusa shall sneak off. Less chance of both of us getting captured by these cursed creatures that way. If you must, but hurry, please. Survivors have a terrible habit of becoming dead when they are left unattended. Not is, was. This was the peaceful hamlet of Moira's hope. Now it is a disaster area. Must Adusa explain everything? Look around. The people of Moira's hope were either turned into Bloodfiends or turned into food for Bloodfiends. Now, as to the who and the why of this horror, Adusa cannot say. Someone who wishes she had arrived in time to divert this tragedy. But if wishes were fishes, Adusa would be a very happy cat. This one is here to help. Now please, the survivors need us.
Stay back, vampire! I'll stick you with this sword. I mean it!
Calm down, Shaveskin. Your courage is commendable, but highly misplaced. We are here to help.
And how am I supposed to trust you?
This one could have overpowered you at any time. Now stand down, or Adusa will stick that sword where the bright moons never shine.
What? How dare you? Oh, very well. I'll just go and sit down or something.
Mortals, show a little concern, and this is the thanks you get. And where is the constable? Why isn't he here? But that is a mystery for another time. The survivors are our priority. Still, these vampires, they are most unusual. Such precision, such coordination. Rarely have I seen vampires behave like an army instead of raiders. This wasn't an incursion. It was an occupation. We must work quickly. It won't take long for the enemy to discover our presence. You stay here and guard these townsfolk. I'll go search for more survivors. No. Reverse that. Better for you to search and Adusa to stay here. Watch for signs of the constable. I will try to learn more about our enemy while you are gone. You ask many questions, like a young one who has eaten too much moon sugar. Constable Maldred is a friend, a trusted contact. We have worked together in the past. And speaking of work, don't you have some survivors to save? That is what I am, yes? Surely you have learned by now that not every vampire is a monster. Adusa hopes that this doesn't make you uncomfortable. We still have survivors that need our assistance.
I'm not sure how we managed to survive. It was so horrible. But since we're still alive, maybe there's some hope left in Moira after all. Maybe there are others out there. I don't know. It all happened so quickly. I came back from gathering wood, and the town was under attack. A few of us ran and hid in the barn. I saw so many of my friends. Some changed. Some were just torn apart. What? Oh, the others. If anyone else was able to escape those terrible claws, fangs... I don't know. Maybe in some of the ruined houses. But why they haven't come to search the barn yet? How long can our luck hold out?
My sister-in-law just lost her husband, my brother. We're both really shaken up. But I have to stay strong for her. I just wish she'd say something. She hasn't said a word since it happened. Blood-sucking vampires. That's what happened here. They marched into town and people began changing. They became monsters. We either turned into Bloodfiends or got ripped apart by Bloodfiends. It was horrible.
I know how to deal with your kind. Come any closer and this goes straight into your heart. I'm perfectly safe right where I am. Thank you very much. I've got a sharp blade and plenty of food. I'm downright cozy. But those bloodsuckers turn the townsfolk into their feral pets. Absolutely depressing. Divines take them all. There are other survivors? Why didn't you say so? I'll follow you, but we need to be very careful. These creatures aren't like any vampires I ever read or heard stories about. They're like a Divine's damned army.
Come on, let's have at it. I'd rather die fighting than get turned into one of your pitiful creatures. Well, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me. I just wish you had gotten here in time to save my father. They called her Larea. She demanded that we line up to receive her blessing. That's what she called it, her blessing. My father was one of the first to step forward and tell her what to do with her blessing. She ripped out his throat. Of course, you're right. I know you're right. Lead the way.
Divine, save me! Please, I'll join your army. Really, I will. Just don't kill me. Oh, you're not one of them, are you? Thank the Divines. They just marched into town like they owned the place. That cold, horrible woman. She whispered something to the soldier, and people began to change. The woman made a strange gesture, and townsfolk began turning into Bloodfiends. Then she just walked away and let her companions... They were so fast, so strong. They started tearing people apart. Anyone who didn't change was attacked. Other survivors? I didn't dare hope. All right, lead the way.
I'll let you handle this one. I'll take the next.
Bloodfiend, you will fall to Adusa's terribly swift blades! Oh, it's just you. Never mind then. While you were gone, we had a few visitors. Nothing Adusa couldn't handle, of course, but we shouldn't linger in this place much longer. Yes, Adusa noticed Fewer than I hoped, but more than I expected. Meanwhile, this one learned that the vampires left a commander here. He's up in the house, atop the hill. Moira's hope can never recover while he controls the town. Militant vampires require structure. Why is that so surprising? But we have more pressing matters. I will get the survivors out of town. You must deal with the vampire commander. Meet us on the road when the deed is done. The vampire commander is in the house on top of the hill. By the look on your face, Adusa assumes you were successful? The vampire commander is dead, yes? Maldred? That's the name of the... No. That unclawed traitor! Adusa only wishes she had been the one to end him. You did well, Five Claw. Adusa will see that these people reach a safe haven. Then I have business of my own to attend to. There is something sinister going on in Rivenspire, Five Claw. Keep your wits about you and stay fragrant. What you saw here is only the beginning. Adusa will take the survivors to Hoarfrost Downs. They should be safe enough there. Pardon, but this one is still coming to grips with how fast the Bloodfiends were created, and with the Constable's betrayal. Typically, a vampire degenerates over time, eventually withering into a mindless blood fiend. The process we observed in Moira's Hope was quite the opposite. The blood curse appeared to change its victims into blood fiends almost immediately. Yes, word of what happened here must be carried to my master, Count Verandis. There is much work to be done, and very little time if Larea has truly ventured this far south.
Moira's hope may be lost, but we'll survive. And we'll remember what you did for us today, my friend. You can count on that.
Thanks to you, we're alive! I hope that's the last I ever see of vampires and blood fiends.
We're going to try to put this behind us, to start over. But we'll never forget the friends and family we lost. Never.
My poor husband. I miss him so much. But I still have family. We'll put this nightmare behind us, somehow.
Now that I'm safe, all I can think about is what comes next. Moira's Hope is the only place I've ever known.
I'm not going to leave Moira's Hope to those monsters. I promise you, we're going back home. Someday.